Okay, so I think we're live. We've got no people watching this. I wanted to do this live on YouTube, but actually I worked out that because it's a new YouTube channel, I couldn't then I couldn't do live streaming. You've got to actually activate that, which I completely forgot. Even though I've set up many channels, I completely forgot about that. So I've activated that. It won't be live for 24 hours. So join me for another one live soon. Make sure you subscribe, tap the like button if you enjoy these kind of videos. So I'm going to take you through a thumbnail. I've got a photo from one of my thumbnail design clients. It's thumbnail design clients. Phil Lovett from Bike Racing Out Mercy. So here's the photo. I'm going to try and I've got multiple screens going on here, so hopefully I'll flip between the two quite well. This is Phil's thumbnail. This is the photo he sent me. So the brief is literally he's got a two-parter video coming out, and the title of this one is going to be, let me find the email, Peak District Perfection. Peak District Perfection. So this is going to feature a famous climb called Winnett's Pass, so which we'll be going to later this year. Hopefully the sound's all right. Hopefully everything's all right with the stream. Just drop a comment below. Give me any tips or any advice. I'm going to change all the background. This is using StreamYard. There'll be a link below to use StreamYard. And here we go. So my photo that I've got, you can see it feels a little bit dark in the photo on the screen there. My secondary screen's a bit darker than the MacBook I'm going to be working on. So right, let's go back to my screen. Hopefully you can see it. So that's the photo we're going to use. We are going to be using Canva for this one. Again, I've been using Canva quite a lot. I'm on the Pro version, the Pro membership. So I think it's $10.99 a month. There's no brand deal yet, so go and tag them, say how much you're enjoying these videos. I might get a brand deal once that's that. I've got an earpod in there. We don't need that. So into Canva. This is like your base where you come all the time. And I'm going to go to custom size and 1280 by 720. That is the best pixel size for thumbnails. And they need to be under 2 meg as well. You've got lots of options under here. You can go and select stuff, but we're doing it custom. So what we need to do is drag this photo into there. So I just like to do this. And then it's not going to let me do my, oh my God, it's not going to let me do it, is it? Because I'm using multiple things here. There we go. So you can see over here that's uploading. Normally I've got a little shortcut where I flip between programs, but didn't like it because you're on one of them. So here we go. That's uploading. Once that's uploaded, we can then sort of do some effects with it, cut out the background, etc., etc. So this is obviously a shot from his GoPro, and so you can see it's not wide enough really if we sort of wanted to sort of fit him into the screen, which is where you would potentially go to Photoshop or other graphic design software, where I would maybe put him here, put him like there, and then drag the background, and you can sort of add a bit of fake background in behind there. So we're going to sort of try and make him fit here. He's already added to the background. You can see Canva sort of thrown it in the background. I'm just going to remind myself of the text again. Peak District Perfection. I should have wrote that down really. Peak District Perfection. We'll do something like that. We'll just get like maybe his shoe in a bit. We don't want him dead center. We just want him off a little bit to help that this is such a lovely blue sky to help the eye sort of go about. So if it was a normal thumbnail or a better photo, then I would probably put him over there. But let's just put him like that. Maybe a bit lower. And what I want to do now is cut him out. So you can see there, you just sort of go in there, and I want to go into. So I've just copied and pasted him there, and then we're going to go into effects, and we're going to hit background remover there. Let it do its job. Hopefully it's going to work out quite nicely on this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe whilst we're waiting for that. There you go. So that's come out quite nicely actually. Yeah, there's don't think there's much we're going to have to do with that one. Normally you could go to erase and take out a bit. I might just go into his... Sorry, Phil, for showing your crotch huge, but there we go. We've got to do this kind of thing. Because we're going into a very delicate area, we're going to put the brush really small and zoom in as much as possible. You can see here that tiny little bit there is just his saddle poking out. It's nothing else, all right? We're just going to cut that bit out by hand. Again, these are all thumbnails. So you can see here. Oh, actually, you can see here. These are all thumbnail size, so they're pretty small. Tidy this up a little smidge. And did anyone see the mistake there that Canva's taken out, which it shouldn't have? It's the bar's gone. So what we're going to do is hit restore, show the original image, and then just go across there. Give him his thumb back. I've gone too much there. I've gone too much. So what I can do there, I'm just going to check that's all right. I'm going to go back to erase and just do something like that. I mean, that's going to be fine for what we need. Maybe just take a smidge off there. Just check everything else is looking good. You can click show original image and show off. So that's all looking nice. And again, just a smidge there. Make sure you're on erase. Always do erase bits in tiny segments, because keep pressing and clicking the mouse, because if you've sort of gone off like this and gone too much, then what you can do is just do little command and Z, or control and undo on PC. This is a browser-based software, so you can just sort of keep playing. I'm going to leave the bike because I think we cut off the photo there, so I could just restore the bike a bit down there, just like that. Oh, we've got a little bit there that we can put back in. But other than that, I mean, we're working on thumbnails here, so we haven't got to worry too much about it, and we'll just go done for that one. So that gives us our Phil Love It, which is separate to the background there. So that gives us just because this is a GoPro screenshot, everything's sharp. So there's no defocus with the distance and anything like that. So I like to just bring in a little bit of haze, or not haze, just defocus it. So as you defocus your eyes, because we want to, you can see here, you can make it really blurry, but then that loses the thing. So we're not going to do a lot here. We're just going to go at 0. Again, this is full screen. So what happens here? You can do everything you want, like big, but really technically, I mean, obviously it's on my screen through StreamYard, so it's going to be smaller for you guys anyway. But I mean, I'll be sort of working on this about that kind of size. Not that it's going to make much difference. What I could do is do this view and do it at full size for you guys. That might be quite interesting. So you've just got to remember that when you're sort of designing, again, with business cards, I've got 15 years of graphic design experience. So I've done a lot of business cards and all that kind of stuff. Whenever you're designing small, whenever you're designing for something small, design on something small as well. So don't do a business card the size of a 32-inch monitor. Make sure you're working on it the actual size of a business card. I've probably got lots of examples, but like here's one I sort of did. And if you're sort of working on that huge, you need to make sure the text is readable, but not too big either. So I want to show you a little trick as well whilst I'm here. There we go. Right, back to the thumbnail. So we're happy with the background blur. What we're gonna do, Phil's a little bit dark there, so we're gonna bring. There's loads of effects you could use, but I'm just gonna adjust it slightly and just bring him up a bit. But and whilst doing that, you sort of lose a bit of the contrast. So I'm going to bring the contrast up again. What I'm going to do at the moment as well, I'm just going to add a little bit more saturation into that background. And again, Not loads. We don't want it. Oh, I'm still hooking on fill. I wonder why it wasn't changing. So a little bit on fill. Just give them a nice tan. And then we can go to the background. I'm going to bring up the contrast slightly, and I'm just going to tweak that just to make it pop a little bit more. Again, we don't want it like that. That's just someone that doesn't know how to use an Instagram filter. So we'll do that. We could put a vignette. Again, as you know from the previous videos, I don't know how to say it. I will learn. I'm going to leave that because the sky is really good. Right, let's get some text in here. So it is Peak District Perfection, is it? I will make notes next time. Peak District Perfection. Okay, Peak District Perfection. So let's go to fonts. We can go over here to your text menu. Lots of things here. I mean, these are all great. I mean, you can chuck any of these in. I like to just, obviously I'm a graphic designer using Canva. I know it's a good little tool for stuff like this. And what we're going to do is just Peak District. We're going to, what the idea is, I want sort of Peak District, maybe like that, maybe a bit bigger. And the idea is then I'm going to put Perfection in sort of like a fancy font under here. So I'm just going to get this one in the font I want. Let's have a look at some fonts. I do like Anton. We're going to make it white as well. So we'll click up here, change it to white. And that's Phil probably chasing up this thumbnail. Hold on, Phil. I'm doing a thumbnail tutorial. And these aren't really tutorials. They're more just like what goes on in a designer's mind or when I'm sort of designing. So if you do want these, I love doing stuff like this. Hopefully I'll be live on YouTube before long. So I quite like this font, but I am gonna just turn my do not disturb mode on. Turn do not disturb mode on. Right, that's on. We're just going to go select that, change the font to. I do like Babus New. Again, I read all these in my head normally. I don't normally read them out loud. So just look in Horizon. That could be quite funky. We'll make it a bit smaller. What did I use last time for him? Yeah, yes, I'm liking this. Let's Sorry, but yeah, I'm probably trying not to trying not to do all my normal sort of yeah, right. Let's look at this for half an hour and just see what I think. It's see what I'm thinking of. I'll try and talk you through my thought process. What I want to do is either cut Phil out, which I've done obviously, and maybe put an arm in front of the text. So what I need to do is just make sure that it's what I want to do is potentially two arms. So where does two arms go? I might put his two arms in front of the text. So I kind of need it not overlapping it too much, but making it quite clear. So maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. So you can just take his arm over the D, and then we'll go into the spacing again, letter spacing, just space it out a little bit more, just to give me something to help with there. Okay, so and I mean, this is a classic thing that you try and do. What I'm about to do is quite hard in Canva technically, so you do need to approach it slightly differently. You'll see it's not that hard to do in Canva. It's just that you've got to work your brain and just work out what needs to be doing. So, you know, I could cut out what I could do is technically like copy that bit of text and put that over there, but that's not going to be quite right. I don't know if both arms are going to come over. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy Phil, copy and paste him, and we're just going to drag this here. So you can see there's going to be two Phils. I'm just going to drag that there, and then I'm going to send this Phil to the back. So there we go. I quite like that. Do I want the eye? Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, don't know why I'm looking at it. It's smaller on that screen. Okay, well, that's one. Let's do one arm, and then let's do the other one. Copy and paste. Didn't mean to do that. Copy and paste. Did I copy and paste it? No. Copy, paste. Probably a copy and paste in place as well. So I'm just going to drag Phil here. Again, if you knew what I was doing here, it's probably not very clear. So you can see what I'm doing. So I just copied Phil over, and I'm just dragging the old Phil, the old Phil, he'll hate that, over, and you can just hit reset there. So anything you do, anything you mess up or make a mistake, you can just easily come up here and do the reset. Just hit reset, and it will just go back to normal there. Right, so yeah, this is going to be a bit trickier. Do I want his arm there? Now, do I want this? You got to sort of just then look back at how it's going to be viewed. I think it's going to be too tricky to actually read with two arms. See, if it's me and Peak District is going to be in the title of the video as well, I'd probably leave it like that. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go back. Right, you can see here, because I reset it to original as well, what happens is I haven't got the settings of the tweaks I made to Phil. So I need to make sure, you can just probably see the slight difference there of the tweaks we've done. Easy little tip here is go on to the one you've tweaked, copy up here, this little paintbrushy thing, and then paste that, and it will paste the attributes across. So looking at this screen, because it is slightly smaller and it gives me a better representation of a thumbnail. Let's go with one arm. Anyway, this is the trouble with thumbnails. You could spend so much time. And if you're unsure, you could always duplicate the thumbnail, work away on that one, and you've still got that original one that you want to do there. Let's get the next text in. Just copy and paste that one for now. And we Peak District, perfection. You want like a nice fancy font. That's too childish. That's not bad. Let's make sure the line spacing is back to something there. It looks quite good. Again, if you want to see, if you don't want to like delete these, you can just do a few like these just to keep, so you can remind yourself. That's what I normally do. I'm just going through all the fonts here. You can roll over, just tap them. That's quite cool. Quite hard to read though, I think. Yeah, bit classier than this one, isn't it? I quite like that, if it's going to be thick enough to read. So let's get it sized up right. So this one's called Moontime. Moontime. Do I want to overfill a bit here? Just let me check the time, because I have got to get this over to Phil. We're all right for time. We're right for time. We might just make his upload time. Yeah, I mean, take a step back. Quite like it. I quite like it. Normally I'd stay away from fonts like this, but if I could just nudge it up to so it looks a little bit more, I quite like that, because what we've got then is it going over Phil's hand there, on this section. But you can, because we've got his arm coming over the district, it's just layers, and that's what I like about thumbnails. It's just layers. I might even just do a little bit there, and you could get really classy here. So I could copy this. What I could do here is go to effects, do the background remover again. We've already cut out the background. I've just had a notification to say it's not streaming on Twitch. This is so, and what we can do is go back to arrays, and what we could do here is just take out all of fill. How are you today? Have you hit that like button? Because that is super important. If you want me to realize my dream of being a full-time YouTube creator, then please do subscribe, hit the like button, and if you want, I tell you what, if someone sends me a thumbnail photo and their video and their idea, I will do a thumbnail for them. How about that? And live, we can have them on the stream. So just comment below if you want me to do a thumbnail. Maybe we'll pull up your stats on YouTube as well. Just have a little review of your channel, and maybe you can learn something from my stats. Right, let's press done. So look at that. I mean, that is classy. That is super classy. It's those little touches that potentially, I don't know if I like it now. Do you like it? Comment below. Do you like those little bits? So I've got the arm coming over I've got the arm. I'm going to delete this one because I'm pretty confident that with this, that I like it. The little, you can see, top of his head, that doesn't matter. I'll cut that out. But you can see here, just those little bits. Yeah, just make it. We're looking at this bit. I think those bits just bring out. I mean, they're where you don't really sort of think about in Canva, but I think those. I mean, I actually prefer it without, because we've got the overlap on the arm here. I think I prefer it without. Right, let's see how we're doing. Okay, so Peak District. Phil is a great cyclist, great hill climber. People seeing this kind of Peak District, they'll know he's doing an epic climb. So you haven't got to worry about hill climber climbs a mountain in the Peak District or Winnett's Pass. They're going to know he's been there from Strava. He's got 6,000 odd followers, subscribers on Strava, on YouTube. They're going to know where he is. But what we're going to do is try and pop this text out a bit, because I just want this to pop a little bit more. So we've got some options here. We've got lift, and we've got, we're not going to go, I love it. This, when I talk out loud with my thoughts, it's like, we're not going to go neon. Oh, neon's quite good. Even that's quite, I mean, let's go with a bit of lift. It's a bit classier. We'll add up the thing. We don't want it too much with the, I quite like looking at this other screen because it's small. You can follow me on Patreon as well. If you want to help me go on Patreon, I want one of these wide curvy screens, which will really help, because I've got a laptop here, I've got a PC here, I've got 2 screens here. Just one of those nice big curvy screens will really help my channel. I'll put one in the link below, and maybe someone out there can make my dreams come true and get one of those. So let's go something like that. I also want to bring it out on this one as well. We might need to do it a bit harder on this one. Again, you're not going to see it that much. Do we bring it in as a shadow? Do we do it as a shadow? Let's change the shadow color to darker. Oh, this. I'm liking this. Blur it slightly. Yes. And then we can just change the offset a bit, bring it in direction. I'm going to take it down a little bit back off the intensity. And I'm going to just change that to just a little bit more blurred. That's probably too much. Probably just go to about 6. And I think I don't really want to do too much to it. We've got to think about. The only other thing I would do, which I won't do it now because this is like a live Canva tutorial or watch along, I would put it in. I've got this software called Luminar, and I probably would put it in there just to make a couple of the little bits pop. But most of the people watching this are just going to be Canva users. So comment below if you want to see me use Luminar.ai or something, Luminar AI. I'll take this thumbnail and see how I can improve it within that software. So do comment below. But other than that, I'm happy with that. I'll send it over to Phil and we shall see. Let's have a quick look at his YouTube channel. This is my thumbnail I did. Is it going to play? It's got a trailer on. There's a premiere tonight. So let me just check. Again, I've got to get this over to Phil. Yeah, 6,170 followers there. So, or subscribers he's got. So, what am I doing? Right, ComHunt TV, your channel. This is the thumbnail for today. You can see here. I've got many thumbnails. If you want me to break down a few of the best ones and let me know which ones out of all of my thumbnails, I really still like one like that. It's really cool. If there's any here that catch your eye and want me to break down a bit further, just let me know. I've got loads. So White Rating Out Mercy. Here we go. Here's some of Phil's as well. So yeah, I've done all these. I've done all these since he started to explode on YouTube. It's a lot of work there. some classics there. Yeah, so I think I started to help him. Well, yeah, you can see here. This was the first one. Funnily enough, I was in the thumbnail. So yeah, I started to help him, which is quite funny. That one works quite well with that. So you can see here, I changed the style from his old versions and we made it a bit classier. And then even from then, you can sort of see the progression as we go up. And the style changes slightly, just as things improve and I improve my services. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Please do leave a like and a comment and join me next time, and we'll see you soon.